Race number 5 at Belmont. It's over the 1,400 metres and it is an event for the 3-year-olds. Mark, there's some differing form lines here, but there's a couple of very impressive last start runners.
Yeah, like all the way through the program, Adam. Differing form lines coming from everywhere. Replay horses, Mr. Undercover from last start, just going down behind Rising Sea. Also keep an eye out for one named after you, Adam, Roughhead.
Undercover tracked up on his insiders. Rising Sea went for home. Daylight back to the others. 200 left to run. Rising Sea well clear halfway down the running from Mr. Undercover. Humanity can't do any better. Roughhead down on the inside is running on, but it's Rising Sea nicely clear from Mr. Undercover in the final part, and Rising Sea with an all-the-way first-up win.
Good performance by Mr. Undercover, attacking the line strongly there against genuine Saturday form lines too. Rising Sea placing on the weekend, Humanity placing on the weekend as well. I think this horse can definitely play a part. Small concern with the barrier, but it's got a good turn of foot and I can see it running down the middle of the track.
It certainly is a concern, Adam. The last couple of starts is that everything go to plan and everything to suit in the run, with the inside draw getting the lovely run into the race just behind the speed. Doesn't get that today. Would love to see a more positive ride from Jason Whiting here. Interesting to see what they do with tactics. Roughhead, of course, draws 1 in this race. Should get a nice run. Was in the replay we saw there and hit the line strongly. 4th, 3rd, especially after corrective throat surgery. Like to see these horses return, so good signs for connections of that galloper. We've also got a few interesting runners in here, Adam, but pretty open race. Number 12 down the bottom there, Rogan Scent. This filly having a first start in that same trial as Packer Pro and really found the line strongly. Packer Pro was very good to the line, but this galloper was just as good. We'll get better with racing as well. Of course, wears those colours, which always seem to go well.
Yeah, the filly by Regano looked to be pretty impressive in that trial, but I think she'd need to improve a fair bit from that trial run to match it just against these horses that do have that race experience.
Yeah, a couple of those others. Adam, Black Beal was an impressive winner last start when on debut. Was kicked in the mounting yard before race, which isn't ideal. Number 3, Cool Night, out to 1,400 metres. I'm sure there'll be improvement there.
Yeah, I really like Cool Night. The Black Beal form lines are questionable, but Cool Night, when you take a look at the runs behind Minus, looks some Vandemonian as well. I think in 3-year-old grade we'll be able to play a part here. The wide draw, again, a bit of a concern, but does have class on its side.
Number 8, Thunderboom, as well, returns after a moderate trial, but we saw the ability that this filly has last preparation.
Was untouched by William Pike in that trial. Appreciate the 1,400 metres and is only going to get better with ground as well. One to keep an eye on for this prep. But I'm going to go with number 7, Mr. Undercover, from 3, Cool Night, 5, Roughhead and 8, Thunderboom.
8 goes on top for me here, Thunderboom, the filly. Number 12, Rogan Set, the first starter. 3, Cool Night. Number 7, Mr. Undercover.
Race number 6 at Belmont. It is a Class 1 handicap over the 2,200 metres, and Mark, as they always are, the staying races, they're a raffle.
Yeah, they are, Adam, and they usually take their turns, and we'll see plenty more of these gallopers running around in the coming weeks and get their turn. But the one we'll take a look at here for the replay is number 5, My Fair Beauty. Be sure to keep an eye out for Jackpot Prince, Impreza, and we have Esperanza, Sexophanus, and of course Western Star.
Here's Hot Breezer closing down the margin quickly with My Fair Beauty. They've got it between themselves at the 200 metre mark. Hot Breezer reaches the lead from Impreza. My Fair Beauty is coming hard though on the inside with 100 left to travel. Hot Breezer the leader. My Fair Beauty won't get to it, and it starts to pull away now from them late, Hot Breezer. Hot Breezer by 2, My Fair Beauty.
Yeah, it certainly was a race that we can get the form lines of a couple of runners here. My Fair Beauty, the first one we'll discuss, does have a really nice turn of foot, gets back and runs on strongly. They're a little bit more positive with this galloper making that move earlier on. I think this race is actually really going to suit from barrier 6, and the long straight they'll also appreciate. But Jackpot Prince was the one for mine. You could see the horse just switching off numerous times throughout the run. Joey Azzopardi had to wake this horse up so many times throughout. The blinkers going on is the massive bonus for mine. This horse will be able to turn that form around. Impreza had a really tough run as well, went around them and went for home a lot earlier than I think they would have liked. So I think all of them can make improvement, but for mine, Jackpot Prince is the one to be following.
Yeah, also Sexophanus for mine. If you go back to that day, they weren't really making up too much ground on the inside. William Pike did get caught on the inside and it was inferior footing. Barrier 9 will have no issues getting into the race down the outside. I think there'll be really good speed. Shadow Boxer, really liked the effort of this horse last start when winning it its second race start over 2,200 metres. Obviously an out-and-out stayer item, but we go back to that race on debut. Of course, Queen Bee won that race. Now, there've been a couple of winners to come out of that race as well since. We've had the likes of Elsa Stribe and Rosie Reddress for Paige Kenny, and Shadow Boxer was another one. So, look, this galloper, keep an eye out for him, but he's just an out-and-out stayer, as you can see.
Yeah, he'd love a WA Cup, wouldn't he, the way that we've seen it so far. Still pretty green as well, and impressive to win over 2,200 metres second up, but we know the Warwick stable does have his horses very fit. But I'm going to go with number 4, Jackpot Prince, the blinkers to make the difference. From 1-888, number 5, My Fair Beauty, and 8, Impreza.
I've got number 5 on top here, My Fair Beauty, from 4, Jackpot Prince, 2, Shadow Boxer, and 9, Battle King.
Final race of the day at Belmont. It is over the 1400 metres. And Mark, a horse that I think we're all keeping an eye on, Ragnar Saga, but it's probably time to start stepping up now.
Yeah, it really is, Adam. This is a very open race as well. You won't get much of a price for him. There'll be plenty of good shopping around him. The replay horse we'll have a look at is number 2, Sharkmouth. There's a few in this race that come out of that race. Number 1, Hinchinbeel, the Director, and Hodgepodge.
Third. On the fence, Fireman Freddie next and 2 lengths away. You're a Rumman, followed by Hodgepodge. At the 200 though, and Sharkmouth headed Hinchinbeel. Checkers closing down the margin. It's Sharkmouth from Checkers. Checkers coming at Sharkmouth, and then the Director. Sharkmouth, Checkers. Checkers levels up though. He got his head in front, Checkers.
Nice performance by Sharkmouth. This horse has been very consistent over time. So Fred Kersey riding here from Barrier 1's going to get a lovely run out in front again. You look at the form lines around Prize Catch to Tango and also Checkers. They're good enough to play a part in this race, but I thought some of the other ones that you mentioned just to keep an eye on were a little bit better. The Director really impressed me on that occasion. Tried to bite another horse before they even jumped. Was a little bit agitated on that occasion. Lost a length, but from Barrier 7, I think this horse is one that'll really appreciate the long straight.
Yeah, it was Fireman Freddie that he tried to take a nibble out of, and Sean O'Donnell, I think it was, on that occasion. King Johnson Porter actually had to straighten him up and get his mind on the job after trying to take a nibble out of Fireman Freddie. Number 1, Hinchinbeel. I thought the run was actually quite good. It probably needed it after being scratched at the barriers the start before. Look, it has drawn very wide here in 17, Adam, but we know that back straight at Belmont, the 1400 metre start, is a very, very long one. He'll have plenty of time to work his way over towards the front. I think it's a really nice chance here. Hodgepodge was disappointing last start after running well behind Black Grape. O'Reilly's Crumpet returns. Look, there's a few in here that could cause an upset.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race to finish. O'Reilly's Crumpet's one that does normally produce pretty early on in a prep, but again, has certainly not reached the levels that we thought. Hinchinbeel, you mentioned, there's going to be a little bit of speed in here. Whether it gets across is worth keeping an eye on. Hodgepodge, I think, can run a nice race as well. And even a horse like Bucktorio has been going around against some reasonable company. They're drawn wide, and that's probably a bit of a knock for it. But I'm going to go with Ragnar Saga. I still think it's the best horse in the race. From number 4, the Director, 2, Sharkmouth, and 8, Hodgepodge.
Yes, we're hoping Ragnar Saga jumps this time. I've got him on top as well. Number 5 from the 2, Sharkmouth, the replay horse. 1, Hinchinbeel, and number 8, Hodgepodge.
Time now to turn our attention to the best bet of the card, and I'm going to wait for the last 2 races. Mark, going with race 6, number 4, Jackpot Prince, and race 7, number 5, Ragnar Saga.
I'm going race 4, number 6, Gold Shimmer back to Belmont. You get a nice each way price, and race 7, number 5, Ragnar Saga.
As we always do say, you can follow us on social media. You can see it on screen at the moment. PerthRacing.com.au as well for all of your event information. There's plenty of good races coming up. On behalf of both of us, hopefully found you plenty of winners.